Hey, what's up, guys? It's Matthew here, the designer and a developer. This is another video on a series, a fintech app with React Native and Expo Router. Okay, now let's talk about one of the things that are not easy for us to wrap our head around. Okay, the most important thing and the most important skill that you need to master and what you must be gunning for and shooting for, it's understanding the routing aspect in React Native, okay, to move from one screen to another, and also how is the routing system working or how it works. The reason why I'm saying it's very important because if you can see in mobile development or in mobile apps, okay, it's all about routing. You are always paging, you are always swiping, you are always swiping up, swiping left, swiping down, you are always clicking something and a different page will load. Okay, so you are dealing with a lot of screens moving in and out the frame, so routing is very important. Okay, I don't want to say the bad news, okay, but the tough part about it when it comes to routing in React Native, both with React Router, the platform that Expo routing is based on, okay, both with React Router, React Navigation, sorry, and Expo Router, it's not as easy. Okay, let me just compare it. It's not as easy as only the web like Next.js. Okay, there's a little bit of some tricky things around routing. So in this video, what I want us to do is to just explore the routing, hoping that you are going to get an insight as to number one, why the screen is arranged this way. When we are talking of tab navigation, what do we mean? For that matter, what is this navigation thing? Okay, so I'm just going to explain those concepts so that when we continue, as I am moving up and down these pages, you can understand when there is an error. Why do I go to a certain screen? Why do I go to a certain screen? Okay, now in order for us to understand this, okay, let's understand, let's say, the order of execution. Let's say I am an engine, I'm a compiler, okay, I'm running this application. How did I go about rendering this screen? Okay, now let's continue. I go to application. Okay, this is where our app lives. Okay, maybe I should talk a little bit about these files so that I can know I'm done with them. Okay, this is a package.json. It tells you every package that has been installed here. Okay, as you can see, React Navigation, this is a package that has been installed. So this has got all the packages that has been installed. Okay, what else? Some other files are not that important, more especially for this series. Okay, here this is app.json. Okay, this some sort of is a definition of your own application. For instance, this is our name. Okay, this is the version of the application. What else? These are the screen, for instance. This is the icon of the application. As you can see, this is more like production related information. Also, there are splash screens here. As you can see, this is our splash screen when we want to change it. So this is more like production related information. Okay, let me just end there for now, since this video was basically for this routing. So let's say I'm a compiler. Okay, I go to my application. Okay, now the question is, when I'm in the application, where do I go? Okay, the first thing that the compiler will go to, it will go to a layout. Remember, it won't go to a layout according to React Native. Okay, there is a company or a library or whatsoever called Expo. Okay, it decided to build on top of React Native. Okay, so this is Expo's opinion, okay, about the best way to go about in React. I hope you understand that one. So as an Expo compiler, I will go to application and I will look for a layout. Okay, so what must we do? Let's just click layout and see what's there. Okay, the main important files in here in this app is the layout and the index when it's here. But as you can see here, index is not here. Don't mind about that. Okay, let's click on app layout. Okay, let's see what's going on here. Okay, let's see. Okay, let's see. Okay, what is the name of this screen? Okay, let's see. Export const. Okay, no, those ones are the settings. Okay, let's go down, go down, as you can see. Okay, this file, the actual function, it's root layout, as you can see. Function root layout, this is the function. Okay, so it's like the expo the expo executor. Okay, the executing engine, after it goes to the layout, it will look for this function. Okay, look for this function and execute from here. Okay, and then it will do whatever it does until it reaches here. Okay, so for now, please consider this part as the most important part. Okay, consider this part as the most important part. Some of the things I am going to skip, things like the theme providers. The reason is we are not going to use them. Okay, now it will come here and find a stack. Okay, what does this stack means? Okay, now with React navigation, okay, for now I'm just going to say with Expo Router. Okay, but this is not a technique necessarily for Expo Router. Okay, but now for the sake of making things simpler for you, I don't want to confuse you, I'm going to say Expo Router because this is Expo Router that has been built on top of React navigation, but this system of doing things belongs to the React navigation. Okay, belongs to this library. Okay, now let's go back and say Expo Router. Okay, so now Expo Router works on a stack. Okay, let me just go back to the practical side. This is screen let me start here. This is screen number 1. Okay, as you can see as tab number 1, right? Yes, but when you click here, there is also another screen. Okay, when we go back here and also click here, there is also another screen, this modal. And then when we, as you can see, when we go back, we are going back to another screen. Okay, what is going on here now? Okay, I wish I could have plugged in my pen, okay, so that I can explain this in terms of drawing. Let me quickly pause the video. I will connect my devices and my pen, and then I will draw. Okay, guys, I am back. So what I'm trying to explain, I want to explain this stack. Okay, it's very important that you understand this because the navigation is dependent on your understanding about the stack. Okay, let's go to the drawing board. Okay, just create a new one here. Maximize this and maximize this. Okay, so this is what I'm saying. This is the app folder. Okay, this is the app folder. So as an Expo compiler, I get inside the Expo folder. So what I will do, I will look for layout. Okay. Okay, I will look for layout as an entry. I told you that the most important files here inside this app is the layout and index. Okay, at the moment, there's no index there. We will deal with that one later. And then when I get into this layout, okay, what I'm looking for the stack. Okay, I want to know what's inside this. Okay, close it. Okay, I'm looking for this stack. Okay, as you have seen when we were clicking in the application in the simulator, okay, it looks like there is a stack of screens. Okay. Okay, this is the concept. Okay, this is, let's say, the frame. Okay, I'm adopting this frame terminology from movies. Okay, film production. Okay, this is a frame. Okay, this is where these screens are pushed into. Okay, this is a stack of screens. This is a stack of screens. This is a frame, more like a slideshow or a projector. Okay, so what's going on here? There is a stack of screens somewhere. Okay, and these screens are being pushed into the projector. Okay, in different times, in different ways. Okay, okay, okay. So in this stack, let's say this is home page. When you click on next on login, you will go to this screen login. Okay, when you go back on login, it takes you back to home. Okay, when you click next on login, it takes you to a different tab. It takes you to a different tab. I hope you get this idea. Okay, so this is just the idea of stacks. Okay, let me quickly go back to Visual Studio Code so that we can some sort of um, put some essence into what I'm saying. So this is a stack. So it's important that you first define a stack if you want to understand navigation. So let's look at what is a stack of screen that are being defined here. Okay, the first screen, it's the tabs screen. Okay, and the second one, it's a modal screen. As you can see, the modal screen is this one. Okay, it's easier because it's just one screen. Okay, but now the tab screen, as you can see, it's a combination of screens. Okay, let's go back to the drawing board. Okay, so in this video we want to talk about navigation. Remember, I told you navigation, it's how you get from this place to this one, and to this one. And friend, when you are here, how do you go back to where you are coming from? Or when you are here, how do you go back to where you are coming from, as in from here, not the origin? And then from here, how do we go back? So this is some kind of a navigation. Okay, so with Expo, okay, remember I told you behind the scene, this is React navigation. Okay, so let me just call it as it is, as React navigation. I think the idea of navigation will hit the point home, and it really makes sense because Expo is capitalizing on top of it. Okay, with React navigation, okay, with React navigation, okay, it has got different ways of navigation. Okay, okay, what are those different ways of navigation? Number one, it's tab navigation. What is tab navigation? In a mobile device, these bottom tabs, okay, that are here, when you click on them, you can go to a certain screen. When you click on them, you can go to a certain screen. So this is one of the navigation method, let's call them. And then when you are using WhatsApp, we've got some top tabs there. Okay, let's say this is chats, and then this will be statuses, and so forth, camera. Okay, as you can see, these are top tabs. Okay, these are top tabs. Okay, and then we've got, I should have mentioned this as the first one, but that's not a problem. Okay, and then we've got your traditional stack navigation. Okay, stack navigation is like your traditional stack navigation. Okay, it doesn't have fancy features like these ones. Okay, as you can see, these ones that you can put the icons here, you can put the name, you need to label the screen and all those things. A stack, it's like a plain way of navigation. Let me put it like, it's like, what can I say? It's like a book, okay? Paging a book, that a normal stack, okay? You've got a stack of pages on the left, you are paging them like this, one after the other, okay? There is nothing fancy. If we can take this method, okay, this is just a stack, and this stack moves in here as it is, no fancy tabs and icons, okay? The only thing that might be there is just a labeling, which is this home will be here. That's what the stack has. So you are just pushing this screen as they are. It's like lazy pushing. Okay. So based on what I've told you so far, even though there are other different types of navigation, I think also drawer navigation. Okay. It's important to understand these things, guys. If you can memorize them, please memorize them. Let me just find a way to clean. Let me find a way to clean here. Okay, if you can memorize what I'm telling you about, I will be happy. Okay, because for me, this is what has been some sort of a holding back to understand this React Native and what can I say, routing thing. Okay, and Expo and everything. Okay, so in terms of navigation, okay, we've got a stack which is very important. Okay, because if you miss this theory and jump to code, believe me, it's gonna be a mission and a half. You are going to take time to understand these things. What is a stack and what do I set where? Because it's a little bit. And remember, even though it's still a little bit a mission and a half, we've got React navigation. We've got React navigation as some sort of the foundation of navigation in React Native, and now we've got Expo Router. Okay, and now Expo quickly capitalizes on React navigation. Okay, as you can see, even now I'm struggling because I have to mention navigation and I have to mention Expo. So it becomes a confusion. It's a bit of a confusion. But now I'm trying to some sort of resolve that confusion. Okay, we've got a stack. Think of a stack as like paging a book or book pages. Okay, when you turn to the next page, you see a title and the new content. Turn to the next page, see a title and the new content. Okay. What is important about stack navigation? It is the chief of navigation. What do I mean by that? You can't avoid it. You can't say, I'm going to choose between stack navigation and the other navigation. Okay. Even if you, what can I say? There's a navigation container and there is stack navigation. Oh, okay. I think the chief here is the navigation container than the stack. Okay, my apologies for that. Okay, so let's say a stack navigation, okay, it's like browsing the book pages. Okay, meaning that you've got page one, page two. It's like we are just pushing screens into the view. Okay, simple like that. I will talk about the chief thing later. I think it's a navigation container. Okay, I will talk about it later. And then from then, secondly, after this, we've got tab navigation. Let me say top tab. Okay, the top tab, it comes with this indicator. This small bar is an indicator. Okay, let's say this is an icon, this is an icon, this is an icon. This top bar is here. Once you click here, it will move here. Once you click here, it will move here, just like WhatsApp. And also it comes with some gestures. Okay, gestures meaning that you can swipe like with your finger from left to right. That's a top tab. And then we've got the bottom tab. Okay, we've got the bottom tab. Okay, we've got the bottom tab. The bottom tab, I think you are used to it. It's this one. Okay, with icons here. Whenever you click, it goes there. Okay, and then number four, we've got the drawer. Okay, the drawer is that one where let's say there are some settings somewhere here or here. It's a hamburger. When you click here, okay, then there will be a drawer popping in from here. Okay, there will be a drawer popping in from here. Okay, these are the concept of a React navigation, let's say, library. Okay, let's just quickly go to React navigation library. As you can see, where is docs? Okay, as you can see, you see these are stacks and tabs and everything modal. Okay, so these things, if you want to know the source and understand them without Expo, okay, this is where you go. Guys, I'm going to face a major disturbance. I don't have a choice. I have to close the video.